All right, After Darkers, you know how we love a little shine and a whole lot of horsepower. Our next guest builds rolling masterpieces from the ground up. He's not just changing tires, he's reinventing bikes like a sculptor with a socket wrench. From dirt bike tweaks as a kid to award-winning customs featured in American Bagger magazine and the legendary world of wheels, this man is the real deal, a creative force with torque, tools, and vision. He's the kind of guy who sees a gas tank and imagines a canvas, blending grit with elegance and every curve of chrome. With over 25 years in the game, he's earned his stripes and sparks as one of the Okanagan's most respected bike builders. Let's give a thunderous welcome to the motorcycle fabricator, metal whisperer, and detail-obsessed legend, Chris Ranger. Hey, Chris, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here. Doing good.
Thank you.
I
love your little intro there.
Oh, well, thanks. Come have a seat.
Up.
Well, you know, we like to brag about how awesome you are a little bit. How's your day going, hon?
Good. Super busy, so yeah.
It's how we do, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Are you ready to dive into some questions with me?
Yeah, let's do it. Perfect.
Let's start from the top. What was the first bike that you ever modified, and what do you remember about it?
Well, my first Harley was an 86 Sportster. In 1986, and I bought that brand new and then got in an accident with it on a rainy day.
Oh my.
Heading to work one morning.
That would be scary.
Car pulled out in front of me. So yeah, I totally rebuilt that. Fresh paint, different sheet metal, different handlebars, you know, changed and a good excuse to change it up.
Well, as one does,
so,
right?
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see that you weren't too messed up there.
It was knocked my helmet off, nothing too major, you know. I wasn't banged up too bad.
That's good. You've gone from dirt bikes to magazine-worthy customs. At what point did you realize, like, I've really got something special here?
I just started, I can't keep nothing alone. I can't keep nothing stock. I got to play around with it and change it up and, you know, different paint, different handlebars, sheet metal, different wheels, exhaust, whatever. And I never set out to, I never thought I'd be doing what I'm doing today.
Yeah, you just
it was just my own personal stuff just to fix it up because stock sucks. So,
Here. Yeah,
you know.
I got to see your shop and oh my God, that was amazing. The changes that you can do, like, blew my mind, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, there's some pretty cool stuff you can do to bikes nowadays. Cars as well, anything basically with wheels, you know, you can have a lot of fun with it, right?
Yeah, that's
and
so
I mean,
cool.
you just take time, and if it doesn't turn out the way you want to, you take that off, throw it in the pile, and start over.
Go again.
Yeah, exactly.
Right on. It's the method. Tell us about the bike that you got featured in American Bagger. What was about that build that stood out?
Well, that started out as an 02 Electric Glide Standard, 2002 Electric Glide Standard, and it was black and just pretty basic. And when I bought it, it was like, this is a perfect base for a nice custom bike. It didn't have a stereo in it. It had all wiring for it. It had just stock seats, stock saddlebags, and everything was stock about it. And then I slowly built it up, stretched the gas tanks on it, changed the handlebars, stretched the back fender, stretched the saddlebags, put a 21-inch wheel on it. And back then in 2001, 2002, when I was building that bike, a 21-inch wheel on the front was a big wheel.
Yeah.
And now they're doing like 32s and 33s and everything.
Seriously?
Oh, it's crazy. The wheels are this tall off the ground.
Wow.
You've got to cut the neck on the frame and everything. And like I said, back then when I was building that bike, a 21-inch was a big wheel. And now they're huge. And I rode it to Sturgis.
Wow.
And the guys I was hanging out with, we went to a barbecue pit. And there was a guy there who was taking photographs and stuff like that. And he had an American Bagger lanyard on.
Oh.
And he started talking to me about the bike and everything like that. And the next thing you know, he's telling me to come down to a place that he has to do videos and still shots and whatnot. And it was right by a school.
Okay.
And I spent probably a half dozen times going back and forth while he was taking still shots because he wanted the wheel just in the right position, right? So I did that, and then about, 4 months later or whatever, it came out on the newsstand. And you know what? The funny thing, I don't have a copy of that magazine.
No way.
I do not have a copy of that magazine.
Oh, that's a bummer.
All kinds of friends do, but I don't. So,
well, it lives out there, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, okay, so you mentioned about stretching tanks and stuff like that. So for us newbies and stuff who don't know what that is, how do you stretch a gas tank?
There used to be kits you could buy. Custom Chrome and all these other companies used to have kits you could buy, and you could just you'd weld it onto the stock frame, stock tank, sorry. And 2 tanks that I've stretched just recently. I just bought a smashed up tank off of Marketplace and cut the back of it off and stretched and welded it to it and stretched it back, cut it and shaped it the way I need it, and then welded it to it and everything like that. And you can buy aftermarket the tanks now that were the company that builds them actually is big enough that you can add more fuel to it if you want to. The tanks that I did were just skins, just to make it look good. It still is like a 3-gallon or a 5-gallon fuel tank. And then there's other bigger companies that actually repop tanks, and they make them like an extra gallon or 2 gallons inside because they're a longer tank.
Got it.
Mine are the ones that I built personal for myself are just for show.
Hey man,
but they still, I mean,
nice,
there's still
right?
fuel in them, right?
Yeah.
But they're just a little bit longer, just so the bike flows and stretches, has a nice line to it.
Makes sense. That's important, right? What is the creative process like when you start a new custom? Is it like a full vision in your head, or do you kind of play with it and go?
First thing I'll do is I'll throw it on the lift and start looking at it. Okay, well, depending on if it's my bike or let's say it's a customer's bike, sit down and talk with him. How does he want it? Does he want it with ape hangers, or does he want drag bars on it? It's going to be his position, his style that he wants to sit on the bike with and such like that. And, do you want to go with a bigger wheel in the front? Do you want to go with stretch fenders and stretch saddlebags? Are we upgrading the stereo, that sort of thing? So a lot of times, like I said, if it's for a customer, I'll talk with them and see what their ideas are, and then kind of elaborate and make if it's a bad idea, I'll try and change their mind if I don't think it's going to look right.
Yeah, that's fair.
And take it from there. Have the customer come over every couple, 4 days, 5 days, once a week, whatever, and to see the progress and stuff like that. And it's a bit of an ordeal sometimes when you're waiting on parts and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the nature of the game.
It's a big aftermarket community with regards to the motorcycle industry. So you can have them pretty quick, but sometimes they're back ordered, and depending if he wants to go with pipes and stuff like that and some performance parts, that can take a little bit longer as well. So I try with something like that, with the paint and whatnot, I try and do all that kind of stuff over the winter.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So a guy has it by spring and he can ride it and show it off.
That's important.
Kind
of flex a little, right?
Well, when you're sinking you're paying $30,000 for the bike and you're going to put another 20 into it to make it your own. Yeah. You want to have it out on the road as soon as possible and it's good for me too, because he drops my name.
Which is great, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Let's chat about the world of wheels. It is one of the most elite custom circuits out there. What was it like stepping into that with a build that was completely your own?
It's a little intimidating.
I bet.
You're all top shelf builders, cream of the crop type of thing. The bikes, the cars, everything is just top shelf. And you roll your bike in there that you built in your own shop or in your own garage or whatever, and you start looking around, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
And, there's, once you get in there, it's like everybody, they just all mesh together and talk and throw bounce ideas off each other and stuff like that. And it's not really a contest between, but yeah, it's nice to win the trophy and a plaque and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, the guys they're just there to be friends with each other and stuff like that. So it works out really well. It was a good time. First, like I said, the first time I did it, I was nervous. And then the second time, you get a little more comfortable and you see familiar faces and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so it's kind of nice. And it's always, I don't know if I can, pissing contests to see.
Fair enough.
Oh, look, he did that. Oh, I'm going to steal that idea. Oh, he did that. I'm going to steal that idea. So it's,
nice.
You bounce ideas off each other. You steal ideas from each other. And, you might improve them. You might screw them up. Who knows, right?
Fair enough, eh?
So it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. It's 3 days. I think the bikes go in, the vehicles are there on Thursday, I think, and then it's open Friday morning to the public.
Nice.
So you're there all weekend. and I did it in Calgary for a couple, 3 years. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with Calgary winters, but it can be brutally cold. And it's usually in February when they have the World of Wheels.
Oh yeah, it's like super cold.
Yeah, yeah.
Lots of fun.
So it's a pain to get in and out of there in the parking lot, but it's fun, you know.
That's good.
Weather aside, it's a good time.
Right on.
It was,
and there seems
learned
to be like a lot of camaraderie within.
100%. Yeah,
that's awesome.
There was guys coming from British Columbia, Saskatchewan, Manitoba. It's good marketing, good networking, and like I said, you get to meet all these guys, and you know, sometimes you become friends, sometimes you don't. Sometimes they're just acquaintances. You see them once in a year or so, and other times you see them World of Wheels, at motorcycle rallies here in BC, Sturgis, that sort of stuff. You know, they become friends, and you look forward to going to a rally and running into them and seeing their latest build, their latest creation. So it's kind of cool. Yeah. It's a close-knit community, biker, you know, motorcycle community.
Motorcycles, right? Yeah. I totally get that. What do you enjoy the most? Is it the design phase, the hands-on build, or just kind of like watching it come to life at the very end?
I think it's the hands-on.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you actually get in there and start getting your hands dirty. And I mean, I'm not one to draw stuff out. I just kind of think about it in my head and whatnot. Once I take like the sidecar bikes and start doing sheet metal or fiberglassing, once that starts coming together, it's like, yeah, okay, now it's, you know, it's starting to look like something. Yeah. I have an idea of what it's going to look like in my head and kind of roll with that and aim towards that final vision that I have. But I don't put anything down on paper. I never have, and I probably never will.
Well, it seems like it works.
Computer CAD and all that kind of stuff, I have no idea how that stuff works. So if I was to do anything like that, it'd be pen and pencil.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Paper. Because I'm computer illiterate.
Old school is good. Yeah, you know what I mean? If it works, it works.
Exactly. So
I would love to know, what is the most custom or wild kind of thing that you've added to a bike or that someone's requested?
I think the sidecars are pretty cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing new. They've been around forever and a day. But I think the sidecars are pretty cool.
You can do some neat things like that for sure.
You can, you know, like everybody, you put your dog in there and, you know, whatever. But it's just, and I mean, we're all getting older, and some people don't like trikes.
That's fair.
So a sidecar might be the answer to still be able to get out and be able to go for a ride.
Yeah,
you know?
that would
be. But personally, I got the two-wheeler and I got the trikes, the sidecar bikes as well. And Renee does the sidecar a lot, and whatever.
It works.
If she's happy, she's happy. And I mean, sometimes I ride the sidecar, take it out for a ride. And
that's cool.
A lot of times I ride my bagger. A lot of times I ride my choppers. So 2 or 3, as long as you're out there, it doesn't matter, right?
Fair enough, right? So just on the road.
Exactly.
I love it. Well, now that we have chatted a little bit about it, do you think it's time to go take a look at your shop and see some magic?
Yeah, you bet. Love to.
Awesome. All right, Sterling, do you have our video queued up?
Magic is in the process. This is where I come to do all my stuff. My little slice of heaven. This one over here is a 1974 shovel head that I'm going old school with it. New wiring, new electrics in it and everything like that so that it's reliable. Plunger style seat, the old leather bags on it. I'll repaint it this winter. Maybe a white pearl. I want to make it look old. I think I'm gonna go old school with it and put a foot clutch on it with a hand shifter. So I think that'll look pretty neat when it's done, especially with the sidecar on it and everything. Right amount of patina. Got the old Harley potato. You can tell it's a shovel head. This one here, like I was saying, it's got the wide glide front end on it with the old school gators. I chopped and lowered the front fender, did some modifications to it. Took the flat side. It's an Evolution style frame. The motor and transmission are bolted together. This seat post isn't here on the new style frames. And then I put a plate on the back that you can buy, which eliminates having to have the motor and tranny together, and it bolts onto the motor and then bolts down to the seat post here so that I can put a twin cam engine in there. I had to cut the fins and do some modifications in the back because it's super tight. Fits in there though, but it's super tight. 88-inch twin cam engine married up to a 5-speed Evolution style transmission with a 3-inch open primary belt on it. 60 spoke rims front and back. I'll probably have it finished by next spring. I gotta get coffee. Yeah, that's cool.
Absolutely.
That's badass, man.
Yeah, the best thing about that is you said all those words, but not in that order.
That is cool.
Makes some magic, right? That looks so
I like that.
neat.
That was nice, man. That was awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for letting us come down to your shop. That
Thank you
was
for coming.
Such a
It
treat.
was nice. And then going for a bike ride with you.
That was so much fun. Oh my God. Like we did the do, you guys. We were whipping and going.
Put her in the sidecar.
Yeah. And then we almost took out the drone, which was awesome because we were flying
Trying to catch
low.
it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that was so much fun.
Well, I'm good. I'm glad you had a fun time.
Absolutely, I did. Yeah.
Right on.
So if anybody wants to come and get some work done and check out your bikes and stuff, how do they connect with you?
Facebook.
Okay.
I've got I'm in the process of changing the name. When I lived in Alberta, it was Cowboy Customs.
Makes sense.
Because it was fitting with, Cowboy, Stampede, Alberta Beef, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I moved out here. I want to change it to Ranger Cycles, but Facebook is dicking me around. It's just,
Pain in the ass.
It is a pain in the ass. Like I said, I'm not computer illiterate, so I don't know how to do it. It's slowly coming together. So if you go on Facebook, it's either Ranger Cycles or Cowboy Customs.
Okay, cool. And we'll have your links up too, so that we can connect everybody with you.
We're in Summerland, centrally located, basically between Kelowna, Penticton, all the way down to OK Falls, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm starting to take some bookings now for some winter stuff. Guys who come and want some paint and handlebars and that sort of stuff. So I do tires, do all the general maintenance, keep them happy.
Yeah, you got some cool bikes, my dude.
Well, in the wintertime, the shop is packed solid.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Because I've got some bikes that I have an area where I store bikes for the winter.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of people, they don't have a garage to park their bikes in. They want them out of the weather and that. So I do that. And then,
Right on.
So springtime is busy with everybody wanting their oil, worked under their bikes and stuff like that. Get them up and running before the winter time.
Yeah.
And then the last couple of weeks has been just crazy busy at the shop, which is great. So.
Yeah. Well, that sounds great.
You know what? It's my first year out here. And it's starting to take off now. It takes a while, but it's starting to go. So I'm pretty happy about it.
Right on.
I've met some other builders in the area and other shops and whatnot that I deal with hand in hand, and we both, work together well. So I'm happy. It's a good area.
That's awesome.
And the roads are beautiful out here. The weather's beautiful out here.
Welcome to sunshine,
you
right?
can't beat it. You can't beat it. It's
That's true.
great place to be if you like riding motorcycles.
Heck yeah.
Or drinking wine.
Yeah,
or
that's
going
also
to the beach.
Thing. Right.
So
yeah.
Oh, it's a great place to be.
Well, we are so happy that you came out this way.
I love it out here, man.
Well, we are so jacked to have you. Welcome to the city.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, I want to shake your hand, sir.
All right.
Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And
We'll chat soon.
All right. Sounds good.
Let's make some noise for Chris Ranger, everybody. Awesome. And you can head up that way if you want.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris.
Take care.
Take care.